Hi everyone!
Oh, hi!
Finally, ilang beses na ba to? May 4 na beses na yata tong cancel.
Oh, I understand naman. Parang gusto ko lang siyang i-explain na originally, ang main goal ko talaga to interview Madam Queen Bee is para ma-feature yung, kasi diba merong different struggles and challenges dito sa cancer patient.
Yeah.
Tapos meron din yung nag-aalaga sa cancer patients.
Yes.
So, naset yun siya July 2, but then I think we all know, especially sa Filipino community, we all know what Madam Queen Bee went through.
Yeah, what I've been through, and disclaimer lang po, ano po yung mga naging issue ko noon. Hindi po natin pag-uusapan dito. Maaring lighter because I highly respected Ate Klingkach, and I don't want her na masasama siya kung ano man yung issue na pinagdaanan ko before. This live, it's about what is real love between the husband and wife.
Yeah.
Yun.
Actually, I asked for parang advice ba or something, parang a go signal from a good friend of mine. Kasi I know na na-cancel yung July 2 na interview. But then, ayoko kasing, I give people space and ayokong, I don't wanna appear like I'm being makulit. But yung friend ko, sabi niya, go for it. Nababaitan ako sa kanya. So minessage kita.
Oh, yeah.
You know who you are.
Ilang beses? 4 na beses, di ba ate? 4 na beses. Yeah, 4 na beses na cancel. Oo.
Okay, magsimula na tayo.
Sige.
My name is Jenny. This is my voice, Klingkach voice. And finally, our very special guest is here with us, Madam Queen Bee.
Hi, everyone. Love, peace, peace.
Okay. I think we're gonna start with, kasi we all know, like I said, sa Filipino community, I think we all know that you are here in the US.
Yeah.
Now, I think we can start with when you were still in the Philippines. What was it like living in the Philippines?
Okay, eto na. Talagang very teary-eye na ako. Naiiyak ako. I have no words. Kasi 2013, oh my gosh, I don't wanna cry, Ate Klingkach, but this is how I feel. I am very, very emotional when it comes sa pamilya ko. Okay? Ito na. 2013, na-diagnose ang husband ko. Okay? And I have a beautiful life back home sa Philippines. And fast forward, hindi ko kailangan na mag-stay kami dito sa Amerika. Kasi may negosyo ako, may trabaho ako, and my husband has a business back then. But 2013, nung na-diagnose ang asawa ko, I don't have any choice na isalba kung ano yung sakit na pinagdadaanan niya. Kasi may maliit pa akong anak. For me kasi, America is not my... Sorry ha. Ito yung, yung observation to ko. America for me is just a vacation. Not to stay here. Kasi nga, back home sa Philippines, meron akong hanap buhay. May negosyo ako. At may asawa ako eh. Kumbaga parang maayos ang buhay namin. Simple lang naman. Yung hangarin ko, yung kumakain ka sa 3 beses sa isang araw, napupunuan yung mga pangangailangan mo, hindi ako naghahangad na kung ano man yung gusto ko pa sa buhay because back then sa Philippines, I did already. I am a OFW. I have a job. I did it. Kumbaga, meron na rin ako na-invest sa sarili ko, na pang sarili ko. So, we left sa Philippines kasi gusto kong gumaling ang asawa ko. And andito yung family niya sa Amerika.
I mean mga kapatid niya, because he was here. His life is here. You know? And isinacrifice ko yon. Sabi ko, sige, babalik tayo sa Amerika. Iiwanan ko kung anong buhay na meron ako sa Pilipinas. Ayos lang yun sa akin. Hindi ko kailangan kung maganda ang buhay ko doon or whatsoever. I will try. And I did. We made it here. At after 10 years, yun, gumaling naman ang asawa ko. But then, you know, cancer is cancer.
Yeah.
No matter what happened, talagang pag yung time mo, yung time mo.
Yeah. Okay. Parang grabe, parang na-compact yun doon. But I think we could, parang gusto ko siyang himay-himayin because I think we can all agree na Madam Queen B sa Filipino community is a very interesting character, di ba? So, gusto kong i-highlight yung kung sino ba talaga si Madam Queen B because like what she was saying kanina, ayaw niya ako madamay kung ano man yung mga something. So, wala tayo doon. I wanted to like showcase yung mga pinagdaanan niya and what she learned and hopefully she can inspire all of you guys with her story. Now, you mentioned kanina na your husband was diagnosed 2013 when you were still in the Philippines. And then you also mentioned na nag-OFW ka.
Mm-hmm.
How did that work out? Was that during your marriage na nag?
No, I was that time single.
Okay. So when you went back to the Philippines, yung parang tapos ka na maging working abroad, like that's how you met your husband?
Oh, no. It's a long distance love.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah. Because I met him when I was 20-year-old and he was 50. He went back home to the Philippines just to retire and relax. Bye-bye US. US for him, if I have time, I will go to the US. If I don't, because in his mind, he is a bachelor and hindi na siya mag-aasawa. But then, angel delivered, nag-asawa siya.
Nakita niya ang isang mo ng Queen Bee. Tinamaan ng Cupido.
Yes, kasi ang tagal niya rito eh. Tapos hindi siya nag-asawa. Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, okay. So is it okay if you share the story? Like what was it like yung very first interaction nyo? Like when you saw each other? Anong story? Like how you guys met?
Ayaw ko nung time na yun. Kasi iniisip ko agad, nasa state siya, galing siya ng Amerika, iniisip ko agad, baka may asawa siya o baka may anak siya. Kasi ako, may standard ako. Kasi syempre, dalaga ako.
Yeah.
So gusto ko, pag mag-aasawa ako, binata rin ang mapapangasawa ko.
Mm-hmm.
Nagkatagpo lang talaga kami na yun din ang hinahanap niya kasi may edad na siya.
Mm-hmm.
But then, bago ko nag-yes, I do ako sa kanya, talagang ini-make sure ko na talagang binata siya bago ko siya iharap sa magulang ko. Kasi prove it to me. Because I search it, bago mo ako pakasalan, kailangan kukuha muna siya ng permit to get married sa US Embassy. Yes, and it's true. Before you get married to American citizen, kukuha ka muna ng paper to get married sa US Embassy. And he did with me. He took me there, and then niloloko pa niya ako. Dinala na nga kita dito sa US Embassy. Dadalhin pa ba kita sa Amerika? Nandito na rin tayo. Joke. Oo, it was a joke. And then, nung dinala na niya ako doon sa US Embassy, na-shock ako. And then that time, tinawagan ko yung magulang ko na he is single. And I can attest that. And this is the resibo. This is legit. He is binata, no baby in the US. And then that's it. After 1 month, 2 months, nagpakasal kami.
Oh,
and, yun, nagkaayos yung magulang ko, but then, there was a 30 years gap.
Yeah.
30 years gap ng relationship na.
I mean, when it comes to love naman talaga, age is not really an issue for as long as you both people, yung dalawang tao na nagmamahalan talaga at merong respeto sa isa't isa. But I wanna like kind of like we can go back there, but I wanna highlight kasi di ba the very first interaction that we had when I sent you an invitation for the interview, meron kang sinabi doon, and I wanted to highlight that about you. Kasi like when you went to, yun nga, yung naging OFW ka,
Yes.
I wanted to let people see that bright side of you, like what you did as, you know, like nag-OFW ka. What was it that you did?
Okay. First of all, I was a teacher for handicapped children for special needs for 10 years. For special needs.
Yeah.
I have a beautiful life back then. My life was full of adventures. I met too many people, too many nationalities. I enjoyed so much, so much. And then if I could turn back time, of course, I miss my life back then in the Middle East. Not much stress. Not too much bills. Kasi doon, sa Middle East, kasi pag once na nagtatrabaho ka sa government, it's a very different thing. Hindi ko na lang i-highlight, but I miss my life back then.
Okay. Has it always been your passion to work with kids?
Yes, I am.
Why? Like what influenced you?
Because dalawang beses akong nakunan.
Oh my god.
People doesn't know what inside me.
I'm so sorry.
Yung anak ko, 5 years to making yan. My first na nakunan ako was a twin.
Oh my god.
Yeah, kasi may lahi ako na yung sa pamilya ng asawa sa father side ko. Yeah.
Oh.
It was a very deeper. It's easy to judge someone, but you guys doesn't know what inside of my heart.
Wow, diba?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So, kaya yung anak ko very, very very fragile sa akin, sa part ko, kasi nag-iisa talaga siya.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, like, you see her smiling, very demure, pero meron siyang mga ganun, diba? Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry that happened. Oh my gosh, okay. Hindi ko kinaya.
Masakit kasi dalawang beses yun, nakala ko hindi na ako magkakaanak. But then, I stopped working that time, and you know, my doctor told me I need to rest, I need to relax. I even removed my social media that time, whatsoever. You know, nandun ako sa bundok. Nagpapahinga kasi yung goal ko, gusto kong magkaanak. Yes. Yeah.
We're actually gonna go there kasi ako, saludo ako sa, like, with the stuff that I've seen that you posted about your son. Like, you must be a very, very proud mom kasi he's so young and you can see that he's so driven.
Yes.
But we're gonna go there. Oh my goodness.
Wala naman, alam mo, sa buhay ko ngayon, wala naman akong dinidream pa kasi na-dream ko ng lahat. Napagdaanan ko ng lahat. Pera, travel, lahat ng yun nagawa ko na. Natulungan ko na rin yung pamilya ko sa Pilipinas. Marami na rin akong mga nagawang good thing. Hindi man ako perfect, may pagkakamali rin ako. May mga emotion din ako, may mga flaws din ako, but you know, yung hinihiling ko lang talaga ngayon yung makasurvive kami mag-ina, mapalaki ko siyang maayos. If dumating yung time na mawala na ako dito sa mundo, at least yung anak ko nasa maayos. Yun lang hinihiling ko. Wala na akong hinihiling pa, yung bigyan pa ako ng lakas at mapagtapos ko siya ng pag-aaral. Yun lang. Makaraos kami sa pang-araw-araw.
Yeah. I think like any good moms, that's all we wish for our kids. Na, yun na.
Kasi I'm very fragile when it comes sa family. Talagang bumabagsak ang luha ko dyan. Pasensya na kayo. Pero kahit nakikita nyo ako tumatawa, pero inside sa puso ko, may pain ako.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, so sandali. So, na-diagnose yung husband mo 2013 and then correct me if I'm wrong. So that's when you decided na pumunta dito sa US.
Yeah.
Your son is around na nung time na yun.
3-year-old. 3-year-old. Yeah.
So, like, did you at that time, kasi like when you say cancer, kasi that's very heavy, especially when there's a kid involved, and considering that he was so young at the age of 3,
Yeah.
sabihan niyo ba siya? Or you waited?
No, he knows.
Na-diagnose yung husband mo 2013, and then, correct me if I'm wrong, so that's when you decided na pumunta dito sa US.
Yeah.
Your son is around na nung time na yun.
3-year-old. 3-year-old. Yeah.
So, like, did you at that time, kasi like when you say cancer, kasi that's very heavy, especially when there's a kid involved, and considering that he was so young at the age of 3,
Yeah.
sabihan niyo ba siya? Or you waited?
No, he knows. Because he can see his father. Kasi yung cancer ng asawa ko dito sa ilong, nasopharyngeal. Nakikita ng anak ko na nagdudugo yung ilong. Tapos dito sa bibig. Kasi, di ba dito ate, pagka tinamaan ka ng sakit dito sa ilong, talagang connected yan sa brain, everything, hanggang dito. Alam ng anak ko. Yeah, alam ng anak ko. Yeah.
So, how old is your son now?
14. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So all this time he was aware talaga that was he aware that it was cancer, or more like his dad wasn't feeling well lang?
No, we explained to him. Because kaming tatlong mag-anak, kaming pamilya, we are very open. We are very close. Intact. No hide anything. We are
So you decided to, like what you said nga kanina, di ba, kung sino yung hindi naka-start ng interview from the very beginning. Madam Queen Bee was saying that it wasn't really part of her plan to come to the US because yung life naman niya sa Philippines is settled na. Like she had everything that she needed there. Now, when you came here sa US, how did it affect your son? Kasi di ba like he was 3 years old when you guys left. So syempre, di ba like doon siya lumaki. What was the transition like for him?
For him, hindi naman kasi siya parang nahirapan Kasi bago kami pumunta dito, in-explain na namin sa kanya na the reason why pupunta tayo ng US, mag-i-stay tayo doon is gusto nating gumaling ang daddy mo. Ipagagamot natin siya. At pag okay na siya, uuwi na tayo. That's all. But hindi nangyari kasi yung sakit niya is on and off
Yeah.
And eto pa ha, for your information, that time yung visa namin, inano ko yon, dinisregard ko yon, yung immigrant. Pinili ko ang 10-year multiple visa that time. I-disregard ko yung immigrant. yung kasi pinitation kami and automatic yun. Couple yun, spouse. At ang anak ko naman kasi, dahil ang tatay US citizen, kahit saan mo yan ipanganak, automatic the baby is a US citizen, no matter what happened. And my son that time, 1-year-old, US citizen na yan kasi naayos na namin. Because our plan is just to visit here, vacation. Because we are okay, we are settled back then.
Yeah.
But then, sabi ko sa husband ko, well, we need to go back to the US Embassy and kunin ko uli yung immigrant na visa, yung green card. And in-apply lang, parang 1 month lang, binalik uli sa akin yun that time. And then, that's it. Nagpa-medical lang ako, then biyahe na kami.
Wow, ang bilis.
Yes, kasi you swear in eh. Kumbaga parang hindi eh. Ang gusto mo lang naman yung sa vacation. Parang ganon.
Yeah.
Then, they will know naman kasi matagal na kayong mag-asawa. Kumbaga parang ngayon mo lang ba gustong bumunta ng Amerika, tagal nyo nang mag-asawa, wala nang tanong-tanong. Kumbaga formality na lang yun. Magpa-medical ka, magbayad ka ng green card mo, and that's all. Because you already have a record.
Yeah.
You know?
Would you say though that for parang nangyari kasi is parang sinusunod ko yung story mo. Parang nangyari kasi is for the 10 years na you came here sa US was mainly to like help your husband to feel better other than the whole
Yes.
pagpapagaling niya thing. What was your fondest memory? Yung mga masasaya na memories niyo as a family when you came here sa US? Kasi like there's a difference with the way of living sa Philippines and then here sa US.
Yung pagiging close naming mag-asawa, na kahit ito lang yung meron kami, pagsasaluhan namin. At never akong binigyan ng problema ng asawa ko. Nung hindi pa yung sakit niyang, ito na, talagang down na kami. Lagi kaming namamasyal. 3 times in a week. Kumakain kami sa labas. We are very close. Very, very close talaga.
Nung time na, okay, kasi di ba like meron yung courting stage. Sinabi mo kanina, sabi nga ni Miss Glam kanina, dalagang Pilipina ka daw. Diba? Kasi di ba like kung during sa pagliligawan, syempre, you put your best foot forward.
Yes.
So when you and your husband finally entered marriage, meron bang nagbago like with how he presented yourself to you? Kasi syempre, nililigawan ka, dapat magustuhan ka talaga niya and everything. Or was he more of a better person para sa'yo when you're finally married?
He is the one who changed my life, not him.
Aww.
He spoiled brat ako. Spoiled brat ako.
Pero ano yung, what would you say is the best quality na nagustuhan mo sa kanya?
Number 1 thing, responsible.
Oh.
And he has integrity and word of honor.
Oh, that's
Paglalaban ka talaga niya. We went through against all odds. Of course, his family, against yan sa akin kasi bata pa ako.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
But then you guys fought for your love.
I proved it to his family until the very end of his life. And now, we are okay, we are fine.
You mentioned kanina, like your son is kind of like, how would you call that? Parang naging miracle baby siya kasi like it took you 5 years.
Yes.
Nung 5 years na yon, did you and your husband got to the point na parang this is too tough like maybe we should quit? Meron ba kayong ganun or you just kept going?
We kept going, ate.
Oh.
We kept going. Yeah.
That really goes to show na he was very, very supportive of you.
He is a very, very supportive. All doctors, all places I went there. Even nung nasa Kuwait ako, may pinuntahan pa akong doctor kasi dati yung part-time ko noon sa hospital, may pinuntahan pa akong doctor, OB-GYN. Sabi niya sa akin, Casey, ano lang, try and try. You're still young, makukuha pa yan. But kailangan mong mag-relax, mag-rest. Kung mayroon kang ginagawa noon na hindi naman importante, tanggalin mo. Mag-relax ka, mag-focus ka. Kung gusto mo talagang magkaanak para hindi yung nakukunan talaga. So, I did talaga. No phones. Siguro yung phone ko noon pag may tatawag lang, pero I always disregard talaga.
Were you guys wanting a boy or a girl? Or it didn't matter for as long as the baby's healthy?
Sure, talaga. Doon ako na-depress yung nakunan ako kambal. Kasi, ang sakit.
Yeah, that must be really tough. Pero okay. So do you still remember, I want to ask this, do you still remember what was it like nung time na nalaman nyo na you're pregnant? Saan kayo nun?
Nasa Kuwait ako nun.
Tapos, sinabihan mo siya on the phone or?
Sinabihan ko siya. Tapos, after 1 week, umuwi na uli ako. Kasi, andun yung magulang ko, di ba? Nasa Middle East. So,
Wow.
Tapos umuwi agad ako, pinadalhan niya agad ako ng pamasahe. Sabi niya, uwi ka, and then yun, nag-keep quiet muna kami, hindi muna namin sinabi sa pamilya niya rin para surprise ba. Kasi, di ba, pag yung may blessing ka na dumadating, parang ayaw mo munang ipaalam. Just keep quiet muna. Baka kasi maan na naman,
Parang
mawala.
ma-jinx.
Oo.
Yeah.
And number one na pinuntahan ko ang simbahan ng Antipolo.
Oh.
Hindi ko yun malilimutan. Sa tanang buhay ko, may mga bata doon na ate palimos po, bibili lang po kami ng pagkain. And I have a 500 pesos that time sa pitaka ko. It's suddenly pumasok sa isip ko, wala lang, binigay ko. Sige, bili ka ng pagkain mo. Yun. And then, para sa akin, naging sign yun, yung bata na yun, na nandoon sa labas ng Antipolo Church na he was angel sa akin.
Oh.
Yun yung naging sign sa akin na pag mailabas ko lang to, yung bata na nasa tiyan ko at maidaos ko lang at hindi uli ako makukunan. Number one kong gagawin sa bayan ko, sa lugar ko, sa bayan ng San Juan, may mga special needs na bata doon. Yun ang unang-una kong gagawin. Kahit wala ako niyan, gagawan paraan. For me kasi, kung magbigay ka ng blessing, kasi pinayaan ka pang. And I did that. Ngayon yung anak ko, 14-year-old na rin na kahit kaunting bagay, nagbibigay ako doon sa community, sa bayan namin, sa Bato. And I did that. Kahit kaunti.
I love that. Kasi like a part of her story, like this is where you can see na when people do things, it's because of what happened to them in the past, whether it be good or bad. Now it's up to the person kung paano niya i-apply sa ibang tao yung pain, yung mga sufferings, yung mga challenges na pinagdaanan. I love that you mentioned that about your advocacy na tumulong.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Okay. Now, we're gonna go back sa time na andito na kayo sa US. Now, what do you remember? Kasi 'di ba like as as strong as you are, as calm as you are. Yung parang sa konting time pa nga lang, 'di ba, ang dami mo nang sinabi like with the things that you went through. So parang given na kasi siya na you can like kind of like push through kung ano man yung dadating sa buhay mo na mga problema. But then nung times na yung 10 years na nagpapagaling ang husband mo, meron bang time na dumating na, oh my gosh, hindi, parang bibigay na yata ako? Meron kang mga ganun?
Because my husband is my best friend. He's the love of my life. He's the one who changed my life. He gave me the best life he could sa abot ng kanyang makakaya. And I would say na hindi ko kaya talagang kung dumating yung time na may manligaw sa akin, hindi ko kaya. Kasi parang sasaktan ko rin yung anak ko. Kasi ganun kami ka-close mag-anak. Yung anak ko, ganun ka siya ka-close sa asawa ko. Ganun siya ka-close. So, pag dumating yung time na yun, parang sasaktan ko rin yung anak ko. Yung kalooban niya. Parang hindi ko kakayanin. Kasi, hindi man perfect, pero naging mabuti siya sa akin, Ate Queen Catch. Binigyan niya ako magandang buhay.
I don't know how to ask this kasi, di ba, you said that your son is 14. He's still really young. But, di ba, nung first na nagsend ako ng invitation kasi, you mentioned na nung time na yon meron nang tanning.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, let's stay with that. Di ba, parang binigyan na lang siya ng 6 months.
Yes.
When that was declared by his doctor, was that something that you openly discussed with your son?
I did.
How did he take that news?
One word lang na sinabi ng anak ko sa akin, Mama, we will get through this. We need to be strong and pray to God. Maybe it's not meant to be. Daddy will not stay longer here. But, yung hinawakan ni Troy yung kamay ko na, Mom, we will be okay.
Oh.
But that's it.
Grabe guys, no? He's only 14.
Kasi yung anak ko mahilig mag-Google yan. Nagbabasa yan. That's something na yung ma-research siya. He's a researcher. Nagre-research siya sa Google. Hindi mo siya maluloko talaga. And what is this, anong sakit ko? Ano ko? Nagre-research siya.
I see Tess here, si Onesla, si Jen, Pinay in Tennessee, Mayor.
Thank you po.
You guys are here. I see you. Thank you for being here, Motera.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys. But yeah, like, okay, are you prepared though? Kasi, di ba, like, he's still so young and, you know, he witnessed pretty much everything that was yung parang process ba na he was aware na pumunta kayo dito sa US mainly to help his dad na maging better siya, and then there's all the treatment and everything. Yung parang nakita niya talaga ba? Were you thinking, parang in the back of your head, I guess the reason why I'm saying this is because what my mom went through. Nung namatay yung father ko, nung namatay siya, hindi siya umiyak. And then like a few years later, doon niya nag-sink in na wala na ang father ko. I guess that's where parang gusto kong puntahan yung situation na yun na pumasok na ba yan sa isip mo na maybe one day magsisink in totally sa anak mo na wala na talaga ang father niya.
Yes.
Kasi ngayon, he's only 14. Yes. I think he's not really mature yet to really understand na, oh my gosh, wala na talaga ang father ko.
And he told me, I think 2 days ago, nakita niya kasi ako, nakot niya akong, yung hapon kasi, yun yung pinakamasakit sa akin, yung pahapon. Parang doon ako bumabagsak talaga na yung makikita mo na, di ba ate dito sa California, pagkahapon na talaga lalo ngayon, yung winter time, fall time, talagang cloudy na. Doon ako nalulungkot talaga. Doon ako nalulungkot. Doon, sobra talaga ako nalulungkot. Nakita niya akong umiiyak. Dinagtaklukbong na lang ako sa kama. Talukbong ako. Tapos ginanon niya yung tubig ko. Sabi niya, Mom, don't cry. If you cry, I will be sad too. My strength, Mom, is with you. That's what he told me. Yung lakas daw niya nasa akin. So, pagising ko kaninang umaga, nagdasal na lang ako and sabi ko, Lord, tulungan mo po ako na makayanan ko yung minsan dumadaan ako talaga sa downfall moment. Talagang bumabagsak talaga yung isip ko. Pero, reverse psychology ko na lang. Then, sabi ko, anak, punta lang tayo saglit sa simbahan. Pwede naman namin lakarin. Dala-dala niya yung bike niya. Tapos sumaglit kami sa simenteryo sa daddy niya. And then yun, mahirap din. Hirap.
Yeah, because it's only been like what? Like a few months lang, diba?
40. Yeah.
Okay, let's go back to that time na, di ba yung you mentioned mo sa akin na 6 months na
Yeah.
Who was the first person that you confided to about that? Kasi like that's so heavy. You guys can all like try to imagine yourself
Yeah.
na yung spouse mo 6 months na lang ang kanin ng buhay. Like I can't even imagine like how I would take that news. Who was the first person you confided to?
Ang anak ko, and I tell also with my friend, Virgin Borton and Ate Camel.
Oh, I think I saw Camel to kanina pumasok siya.
Lahat ng struggles ko, lahat ng laban ko rito, alam nila yan. Marahil na-judge nyo ako, pero hindi nyo alam ang buong pagkatao ko. Yes, umano ako sa struggles, yes, aminin ko at hindi ko yan kinahihiya. But end of the day, alam ko sa puso ko, may maganda akong kabutihan na naibigay sa pamilya ko. Na you swallow your pride, kahit pag-usapan ka, ano man sabihin ng tao sa'yo, ang importante, maayos mong sinagawa kung ano yung mission mo bilang asawa.
Yeah.
Kasi ako, Ate Jen, ganun ko kamahal ang pamilya ko. Lahat gagawin ko.
Yeah.
Hindi akong maubos lahat. Kasi material sa akin, like I've said, back home in the Philippines, I have that.
Yeah.
I don't even wish to my husband, let me stay here. No, because I have my own business. Back then,
You know your heart kasi. So, regardless of what other people will say, diba? Like, parang sa lahat ng pinagdaanan mo sa buhay, parang I can't imagine how tough you are as a woman, diba? So, yung mga challenges, parang feeling ko, parang mga pitchy na lang sa'yo. Oh my gosh, grabe.
sa akin, hindi ako mahihiya na i-share. Because my life is open book. I don't need to hide anything. You know?
Okay, since we're still here, like we're talking about your late husband, if in case, diba, I mean, I'm not like ano bang tawag dyan, diba, merong mga beliefs, whatever, but say for example, nakikinig siya ngayon, what would you tell him?
Honey, happy 22 anniversary. Because it's gonna be anniversary with me and him tomorrow. 22 years. Um, I'm still here, and don't worry. I will take care of your son for the rest of my life until the end of time, until magkita ulit tayo. One word to you, ikaw lang at ako. Forever, my love will never, never end to you because you're such a great man. Happy anniversary.
Na-mention kasi niya na na yun nga, 22nd wedding anniversary nila tomorrow. My goodness, 22 years. That's a really long time. And to think that you did share to all of us that part of those 22 years, 10 years was devoted para talaga like he will be ma-heal siya sa cancer niya. But then that was like a long battle and you were there for him.
Yeah, pinalipalit ko yung kung anong buhay na mayroon ako sa Pilipinas.
Yeah.
And, for me, material thing, money, pinagdaanan ko yan sa buhay ko.
Okay, you did mention kanina, because I was talking about like the 6 months na time na buhay ng husband mo. You mentioned 2 people. And,
Yeah.
did you meet them on TikTok or dati mo na silang kakilala?
Ate Camel, I always talk to her every day. Tim, I met him 2 times. Also, Tim met my husband and my son. So, it was, very emotional din. Nakita niya yung asawa ko at na-meet niya in person. So, we have a beautiful time then.
I guess we can inject the TikTok here now kasi na-mention mo silang dalawa. So, yes. Diba? Okay, so, since you mentioned na dito mo sila na-meet sa TikTok, would you, kasi diba merong pros and cons sa buhay.
Yeah.
Would you say na when you join TikTok, it's more pros than cons sa'yo?
For me kasi, ako very vocal ako sa nararamdaman ko. Wala kasi akong kemi-kemi. Pag friend kasi kita, you will be my friend until the very end. Kasi ako, hindi naman din ako perfect ate. May mga flaws din ako. Pero marunong naman akong mag-appreciate.
Yeah.
Yun. Madali kasi ako magtiwala din.
Yeah.
Yun. Kaya minsan papasama ka kasi nagtitiwala ka kaagad, hindi mo muna iniisip. Kasi ako kasi, what you see is what you get eh. Pag kaibigan kita, pinakitaan mo ko maganda, pinakitaan din kitang maganda, much more pa.
Okay, so gusto ko kasing balikan, you mentioned earlier na even back when, correct me if I'm wrong, nung nag-OFW ka, na-mention mo doon ang social media, you like turned off your social media or something, even then?
Nagbuntis na ako ate.
Oo, so nung time na yon, and then here we are, 2024, we are all here on TikTok. So, di ba, like, would you say na, with the recent things that happened in your life, nakatulong ba siya sa'yo, like, being part of social media yung sa TikTok? Kasi, like, I don't wanna play dumb, like, although I don't exactly know the full details of it, but then, parang na-witness kasi namin yung pinagdaanan mo dito sa TikTok. That was really tough. Like, how did you go about all these things that happened here on TikTok?
I face it and I show to people that I become more stronger. Na no one can ever put me down again. I will fight.
Ay, may tumawag. May tumawag.
Sorry. Ito po.
Oo nga. Sis Mel Onesta, hello. Margot, and hello. Thank you for being here. Grabe. But yeah, like you
Yung horse.
strong. Yes. Oo. Oh my God.
And pray, always pray to God. As long as na wala ka namang ginagago rito, humarap ka sa tao, wala ka naman dapat ikatakot. Yung ano lang, magdasal ka lang. Yeah. At si God nandyan yan. Kahit inaap,
May tumatawag talaga. May tumatawag.
yeah.
You know what? Like I'm looking at you and 'di ba byuda ka, but then you are like you're standing strong and despite of everything, humingiti ka pa rin talaga. And you're showing up kasi like I can almost imagine may tumatawag. I can almost imagine that you're
Spam kasi.
may tumatawag. No, no, no.
Spam po.
I spam, okay. But yeah, you are an inspiration to all the women, to all of us watching you here. And ganito na lang siguro, like being a byuda, a widow, what
Yeah.
would you, parang message mo para sa mga kababaihan na kung sino man yung nakastart talaga na nakarinig sa story mo and they're going through stuff in life, what would you tell them?
Okay, ito lang ang masasabi ko. Sa lahat ng mga may pinagdadaanan ngayon, um, magtiwala lang kayo sa Panginoon Diyos. Manalig lang kayo as long as wala naman kayong naaapakan. Everything will be okay. And lahat ng laban na mayroon tayo, tandaan nyo na kahit naaapi tayo, darating ang oras at ang araw, magiging maayos ang lahat. Maging mabuti lang din tayo at huwag tayong magmataas sa kapwa. Marahil ngayon tayo ay down, hindi everyday ng buhay natin ay tayo nasa mababa. Darating ang araw, magiging maayos ang lahat. At focus kayo sa pamilya ninyo, lalong-lalo ang mga anak ninyo. The only person na talagang maiintindihan tayo is ang pamilya natin. Hindi yung sinasabi nyo na nakilala nyo lang dito sa TikTok. Just limited, ano lang yun, yung hindi lahat. Marahil may iba na maiintindihan ka, pero yung iba hindi. Yun lang.
I just want to grab this opportunity kasi like you did came up to my live one time, andon si Miss Clam and sino pa ba yung andon. But then now that we are actually having this conversation, masasabi ko talaga na, oh my gosh, dangerous pala talaga tayo mga nanay. Especially in your case because, diba, like it took 5 years
Yeah.
for you to have your son. And I know he knows that he is one heck of a blessed kid having you.
It's a blessing. Yes. And
Last na lang, kung nanonood siya ngayon, your son, your message na lang for your son.
okay. Hi, Troy. Mama love you forever and ever until my last breath. Mama love you forever. Ikaw lang anak ko. Lahat gagawin ni Mama. Lahat ibibigay ni Mama. Ano man ang pangangailangan mo. I love you. Forever and ever. My baby. My one and only baby. yeah.
Okay. I actually stopped this already, but I don't know if you remember me interviewing Bunso. So parang na-realize ko that I wanna bring it back yung sa towards the end of the interview. Kasi I always start with, hi, my name is Jenny, this is my voice. And then, yeah, that one. Kasi gusto kong ibalik Kasi I kind of like felt bad why I stopped it. Kasi nung bunso passed away na kasi. And when I learned that she passed away, nakita ko yung Clean Catch voice version niya. So please do me the honor, Madam Queen Bee. So you would be basically saying, yeah, my name is Madam Queen Bee. This is my voice. And then you can say whatever you want to say about yourself. Parang close.
Hi, this is Madam Queen Bee. This is my voice. The more success you are, the more options you have. Love, and peace.
I love it. Oh, thank you so much. Diba nakita natin ang different side ni Madam Queen Bee, and it's such an honor that you're here and natuloy na din finally.
More time na cancel. So, yun lang. Pwede pong magsalita one more time, ate. Sa lahat ng mga nagmamahal sa akin, sa lahat ng mga naniniwala sa akin, salamat sa inyong lahat. Dito ako, nakatayo sa inyong harapan. And mahal ko kayo. Sa mga basher ko naman, okay lang din. Love ko rin kayo. Ako naman, hindi ako nagtatanim ng sama ng loob. Ang akin lang namang hangarin ay karoon din tayo ng peace of mind sa mga sarili natin at matuto tayong magpatawa din. Kung nagkamali ang isang tao, nagsorry, patawarin natin. Yun lang at tama na yung mga banda. Mahal ko kayo at sa mga nasaktan ko din, sorry din. Yun lang and love na lang and peace. Na rin naman ako bata, ako'y 41-year-old na din, matured na din, may anak din ako na kailangan kong internet, so minsan, na lang, yung pagkaisa na lang din tayo at mag-enjoy natin ang TikTok.
Ang buhay in general. Well, before we end, I want to say happy 22nd wedding anniversary for tomorrow. Sa inyo.
Hello, Jo, Intera, hello, Kim.
Hello.
Camille, and sa inyong lahat na nanonood. For sure, may backdoor dyan.
Makikita ko mamaya kung ilan. Well, thank you guys. I see Onesla here. Ceci,
Thank you.
California with Love. Margot. Sino pa ba yung nakita ko? Si Ems. Basta marami rin. Si Miss Glam. Everybody. Thank you sa mga nag-engage sa comment section. Thank you sa mga nanood. Hold on. Thank you talaga. Hold on. Bakit ganito?
Ano yan, ate?
Puzzle.
Puzzle. Thank you, Ate Klinkach. At it's my honor na na-interview mo ako at na-appreciate ko. Salamat din sa pag-unawa mo dahil ilang beses tayong na-cancel. Pero thank you, ha?
Oh, thank you. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, you guys. We'll see you later. Thank you.
Bye. I love you. Bye-bye.